Is it 7? It is. So, all right, the meeting will come to order. This is the Bristol Development Review Board. It's August 27th. I was jumping ahead too far. 2024. The first item on the agenda, I don't have the agenda in front of me, AZ. What's the appeal number or docket number?
It doesn't, I don't have an appeal number for it because the kind of
Well,
unprecedented.
It's tell us, it's the appeal of who's the appellant?
Ash Smith, who is here.
Okay. Ash Smith's appeal regarding the zoning administrator's determination that there was no permit violation. Is that right?
Yes,
By the Lathrop Band Mill, formerly Band Mill property.
yeah, it was a decision of no action essentially, to sum it up.
Yeah, and what's the date on that decision?
Off the top of my head, I do not know.
Doesn't really matter.
I believe it was 2022, the original decision, and then it was reissued. Reissued June 18th.
All right. Okay, so it's tonight was the scheduled hearing, and AZ, you've been told by the appellant that they wish to continue, is that right?
Yes, and the appellant is present tonight.
Okay, and what's our continuation date?
The options are, we're looking at October, beginning of October for the first available meeting.
Okay, when do we come back on the Bouvier subdivision?
September 24th.
Okay, and you've got to get, do we have anything else on the 24th?
A sketch plan review that I put in today,
Okay,
for a 2-lot subdivision,
okay,
and that will be reflected in the agenda that I will send out.
okay,
September 10th, there was a conditional use amendment for
the firehouse?
the firehouse, but they have withdrawn their application and are no longer seeking to put in an EV charger. So I removed that from the agenda, and that just leaves the Lossman setback waiver on the September 10th agenda.
Well, we could go to September 10th, as long as Chris is available, since it's both decisions were Chris Purley's, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to need to articulate his rationale. I mean, I know it's there in writing, but hopefully he can be there.
I will talk with him tomorrow to confirm, but I'm pretty confident Chris will be here, will be available.
Okay.
Yeah,
That works for you?
well, if I have any say, I would just say that I'm in no rush. I'm running a company right now and I have to focus on that, but I would like to inquire about this. I intended it for it to be a meeting, not a hearing, but that's the route of the town. And so I was hoping to have a civil discussion around the topic. And that's about it. And I'm happy to postpone this. What works for you?
I don't care. I think, you guys set a date and I'll be here.
Okay, I mean, I can leave it to your discretion, but I'm happy to postpone it and for a little while, but if he's indifferent.
Whatever the board wants to do, I'm fine with, and, it's up to you, Patch.
Yeah, would you prefer to postpone it?
It's like I said, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I just.
It's already being postponed.
We are postponing it.
Postpone, but I mean, from the dates you provided. You provided some dates that are pretty soon, relatively speaking. and
Yeah.
that's fine.
We can push it out as long as what we need to do is pick a date certain. So that everybody's ready when we get back together, and it's the format the format is an appeal of the decision, and Chris will explain his decision, and you'll be able to explain why you think the decision was in error. That's how we have to approach this matter. And then we'll render a decision that either affirms or reverses the zoning administrator's decision. That's how these things have to go. But I don't want anybody to rush. Feel rushed either. I think we could do it on the night that we do Joel Bouvier's final, don't you think, AZ?
The 24th,
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
I'd rather not go into October because might have some scheduling problems of my own. Or at least the first half of October. So if the 24th works for you folks, Ash, and then we'll continue to September 24th. And
A Tuesday.
Fine.
and we'll go from there. Hopefully, Chris is available. And AZ, you can find out from Chris that he can be here on the 24th. We'll take Joel's subdivision first. I've read the minutes for the preliminary hearing on the 23rd. It looks like most of the open items, or all of the open items, have been resolved. So I anticipate that the final hearing will proceed smoothly and quickly, so we can then take up Ash's appeal.
A reminder, there is a sketch plan review that I put on the 24th.
Yeah,
agenda,
but those tend to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, well, what's our first date in October? The first Tuesday in October I could do the third Tuesday, but not the first Tuesday.
So you're talking the 15th?
Yeah.
I don't have well, let me see.
Because the first of October is a Tuesday.
Yeah, but what's our next scheduled meeting? Would it be?
The 8th.
The every other week. Oh.
It would be the 8th of October.
Yeah, it'd be the 8th or the 22nd.
Yes.
So the 8th would be bad for me, so we could go to the 22nd. Or make that the date certain, or we could go with September 24th. What do you think, Ash?
I'm not really following too much. You guys can just pick a date. I'm actually completely flexible. I do have a question. I just would like to know. I'm not anticipating, you mentioned something about a first meeting. If there's going to be a second meeting or.
No, I didn't mention anything about a first meeting.
Okay, all right, well.
I was talking about a subdivision review that's gonna happen on the 24th. It's the second meeting for that.
Yeah, well, I have a simple premise and an inquiry, and it's just about that. I don't have a research project I'm anticipating. Is it suggested that I make this a research product, a research, is that expected of me?
Well, Chris Purley will go first and explain the basis for his decision. The board will ask questions that it deems relevant, then the focus shifts to you. And for you to explain why you think Chris is wrong.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't know what's right or wrong. I have an inquiry and there's I had some questions and that's about it, but if I'm here to defend a position, I will have to do a research project, and I would prefer not to do that, and it's my busy life.
I couldn't hear you. Yeah, I couldn't hear at the end there.
I would prefer to just, have the first meeting as an inquiry rather than a hearing or a
Well,
research
we-
project where.
No, we don't have, that's not how it goes. This is an appeal. And so we have an appeal hearing. if there are additional issues that we can't sort out in one meeting, then the meeting itself, the hearing itself would be continued. Sometimes on a permit decision, that happens. It's rare, but it can happen. Frankly, we don't have many of this type of proceeding where there's a challenge, an appeal to a zoning administrator's basically no action decision. In fact, I can't think of one that I've been on the board 17 years, I think. I mean, they happen, but I think this is our first foray into that as the Bristol DRB. Brenda?
I think it is forever. I don't remember any like this. Can I just make a comment though, to the appellant? Take a look at the zoning regulations if you're trying to support what you are saying, and try to have specific things that you can say, like on, that will support your cause, not just sort of vague things, but do take a look at the zoning regulations and see how they work out.
Yeah, all right, I got it. Yeah, I'll be minimal. All right, thanks.
So Ash, would you prefer the September 24th, or would you prefer to go later into October?
Go into October at this point.
Okay, so that's what is it? Is it the 24th, AZ?
22nd.
22nd.
22nd, sorry, okay. Then we'll continue this hearing to October 22nd. And that concludes all the substantive matters before the board. Right now, the only thing left for us to do is to review the July 23rd, 2024 minutes. I was not at that meeting, and so that's Brenda, Ted, Dale, and Rebecca. Have all of you had a chance to take a look at the minutes? Are there any corrections that need to be made?
You're listed as being there, says Kevin Brown.
Oh, I was showing you, Brenda, I was showing you the June 25th meeting.
Oh, this is the one we were discussing whether it was actually passed.
Yeah,
It was Joel Bouvier's first subdivision hearing, and I was in Wyoming. So. So does anyone have any changes for the July 23rd minutes?
They look good to me. I don't see anything incorrect.
All right, somebody move, somebody second.
I've moved to approve the meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay?
Okay, so that's, I can't see, but I assume that's all
Yes.
four of you.
Yeah.
All right, then the minutes are approved, and we'll see you. Thank you for showing up, albeit for a brief moment, which is good. I think the select board went probably to, geez, I left at 10:40 or 9:45 last night, so I don't know how much longer they went after that, but it was a long night. So I'm glad this one was a short night. And so when do we convene? When do we convene next, AZ?
September 10th.
So all right, that's the September 10th. Okay, so we'll see you all on the 10th.
Okay,
Sounds
thank
good.
you, Kevin.
Thank you,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.